Have you ever walked out of a court hearing and felt like the judge didn't hear you, or you didn't explain yourself well enough, or you didn't present enough evidence? Did you self-doubt because you weren't sure if you were putting on a really, really good case? The judges do not care about your pain. They will proceed with a court hearing as scheduled, regardless of what emotional baggage you have, no matter what you've been through. They will continue the hearing regardless. I have some very interesting facts to share with you that I thought were just eye-opening, and I wanted to share them because when I was reading those, I thought to myself, my goodness, my clients have said this very same thing to me, and it's been multiple clients over and over the years. And it's eye-opening, and I think a lot of people may benefit knowing this before they go into court. All right. If you're new here, welcome. I am Janice. Welcome to Paralegal Life Unfiltered, Life in the Legal Lane. I have been a family law paralegal for 37 years, and I am here to support you, guide you, share stories, share experiences that other people have had without sugarcoating our court system. So here we go. All right, so here's the deal with the courts, okay? A lot of people go into court and they say, okay, the judge is going to feel my emotions. The judge is going to see that I have been crying, that I have tears, that I've got pain. I've been enduring this for years and months and whatever. Yes and no, okay? Judges do have emotions. I get that. However, family court is built on rules, procedures, and standards, not stories, context, or emotional truth. What does that mean? Many of us go in and we think, okay, this story that I'm about to tell, I guarantee this judge is going to feel for me because he or she is going to see the amount of damage that has been caused by my ex. This judge is really going to hear my heart, and this judge is going to, really be on my side after the story I have to tell him or her about what happened in my life with my child, okay? That's not the case, all right? Judges are not trained to focus on our emotions. They are not psychologists. They are not, our therapist. Judges are trained to filter out emotion, focus on legally relevant facts, and make decisions quickly with very, very limited information. In my other video I said it is a 50-50 shot that you're going to get the outcome that you want. Now, most people will go into court and they are so confident that they have all of the exhibits, they have all of the text messages and the videos and the abuse on audio recordings. You know what? I have seen that judges don't care a lot about that. What they care about is, how can this be as fair as possible for both parties, regardless of what they have presented? Now, again, if it is serious situations where there is abuse or drugs or whatever, serious situations, there may be some precautions. I get that, okay? Do judges look at facts? Do they look at proof? Yes, they do. But I have seen some cases where they had absolute proof on the other party, and guess what? The other party still got 50-50 custody. Why is that? I personally believe in this day and age, and as things have transpired over the years, that the default for most cases is just, let's give everybody 50-50. Call it a day, regardless of what's going on, right? Yes, when I was starting out in the 80s, I saw that the majority of the time it was mothers had custody, fathers had every other weekend and had to pay child support. That was the norm, okay? The norm has since changed, and it seems that sometimes the court really doesn't care what kind of evidence you have. let's go ahead and make an equal ruling so that there's no, appeal being filed, or, so-and-so's not mad at me or upset with me or whatever it is. I just get so frustrated sometimes because I'll help cases where clients reach out to me and say, okay, I need help getting all of my exhibits put in. And I see some of these damaging exhibits and I'm like, oh my gosh, the judge has got to see what is happening here, only to get back a ruling that is 50-50. Doesn't matter. You got kids, you're going to split it up 50-50. Okay, I do get that to a point, but there are so many circumstances where, there's dangerous situations. And I sometimes feel, and this is so just my opinion, that sometimes judges don't care. I sat in at a good friend's trial for her daughter back in May of last year, and I was so mad because this judge that I have seen put out some amazing rulings on cases and been fair, across the years and all this stuff. I'm sitting there in this trial and I'm watching my friend watch her daughter, and I'm watching her daughter testify, and I'm like, wow, she is doing a great job. Like, oh my gosh, this is going to go in her favor. The entire time that I was sitting there, I was watching the judge, and I'm like, is he playing solitaire on his computer? What is he doing? Because he wasn't paying attention to what the person was saying that was testifying. And I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, he's really not listening. Like, how could you look at something, type something? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm 57 years old and I cannot multitask any longer. Hence the notes. So I'm sitting there going, okay, there's no way that he's hearing the questioning from the other attorney. There's no way that he's hearing the answers. There's no way that he is typing something and going back and forth to computers. Like, I'm sitting here going, what is he doing? And guess what? The minute entry hearing from the hearing reflected just that. I go, there is no way. My friend's mom got the ruling and it was like total appealable stuff, because what was testified to, which was extremely detrimental to the other party, the judge didn't care. Didn't care at all. So I'm thinking, why is that? And to be honest with you, that's not the first time. There have been many times that, I support my clients and I'll show up if I can or have the availability, and I'll just sit there for support. I don't say anything. I just sit in the back of the courtroom and just observe. And I watch and I look at these judges sometimes and I'm thinking, my goodness, are they on Facebook? Are they loading an Instagram photo right now? Because they are definitely not listening. And you know that because they will ask the question, could you repeat that? Or what did you say? I mean, it's just, this is our court system, guys. This is the way that things are being handled today. And it's not fair. It's not fair. That's why I keep saying, if you can work out your situation with your ex, I know it's hard. You are going to get a better outcome by working out your family situation with your ex than putting it into the hands of a judge who really just doesn't care. All right. Here in Arizona, we had a judge up in Yavapai County who not too long ago, October, was arrested for having a bathroom break outside by the bushes. Like, are you kidding me? And on top of that, her husband decided that he was going to fight the cops. And I was like, oh my gosh, this lady was on one of my clients' cases. And that was not the first time in this county that happened. There was another judge who was reprimanded years before for being drunk on the bench. And she got a DUI, and that's public too. So Yavapai County, look it up. I've got another person who does have a current case in Yavapai County, and he is getting hammered, and he is doing everything right. He is consulting with attorneys. I'm doing his paperwork. His attorneys that are helping him, guide him and all that, are giving him the proper information. And guess what? He is still getting railroaded for no reason. for no reason. I mean, mom is making accusations that are completely untrue. In fact, I have a meeting with him on January 19th, and he will share his story with all of you. He is ready to come public and tell you some of the outrageous things that have happened. He went from having joint custody to having every other Saturday for 4 hours with his kids based on false allegations. None of it is true. In fact, one of the exhibits that were used by mother showed that he had all of these empty beer cans in his truck. It wasn't even his truck. It was somebody else's truck. That's not the truck he owns. And I'm like, are you kidding me? He has not drank alcohol in over 2 years because he can't, because of the medication he is on. So he is being told by the ex that he is a drunk and he has all these beer cans in a truck that doesn't belong to him. Like, what is going on? Why would any judge believe that? It's just they're not taking into consideration what people are saying, and it's frustrating. So starting my life as a paralegal back in the 80s, late 80s, was so much different than it is today. And my heart breaks for all of you who are going through this. I do. I am so sorry that you're having to get an unfair outcome, because I've seen the decline over the years. And stay true to you. Try so hard to work with your ex, as hard as it is, because your outcome with your ex is probably going to be better than what you're going to get from a judge. I said it. All right. Be blessed. Talk soon.